There is something I need you to sit with for a moment. Not think about, not analyze, just sit with. Right now, as you watch this, the light entering your eyes left the sun 8 minutes ago. The light from the nearest star beyond our sun, it left over 4 years ago. And the light from the farthest galaxy your eye could ever detect, that light has been traveling for over 13 billion years. Which means everything you have ever seen in the night sky is a memory, not a metaphor for a memory, an actual, physical, delayed transmission from the past. You have never, not once in your entire life, seen the universe as it currently is. And that should unsettle you. Because today, we are going to follow that idea somewhere almost no one has dared to take it. What if the universe, the real universe, the one that actually exists right now in this present moment, has already collapsed? What if the stars are gone? What if space itself has already been consumed by something, and we are simply receiving the last signals, the final echoes, the light from a fire that burned out long before the warmth ever reached us? This is not science fiction. This is a legitimate, deeply unsettling consequence of the physics we already know. And by the end of this video, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. Let's begin. We need to establish something foundational first, because everything that follows depends on it. The speed of light, roughly 300,000 kilometers per second, sounds impossibly fast. And on human scales, it is. Flip a light switch and the room lights up instantly, as far as your brain is concerned. But space is not measured in rooms. Space is measured in distances so vast that light itself becomes slow. The Andromeda Galaxy, the closest large galaxy to our own, is 2.537 million light-years away. That number sounds like an abstraction. It isn't. It means that the light you see when you look at Andromeda on a clear night left that galaxy 2.5 million years ago. 2.5 million years ago, our ancestors were barely standing upright. We hadn't discovered fire yet. We had no language. We were animals on a small planet. And the light now entering your eye was already mid-journey through the void. So, here is the uncomfortable question hiding inside that fact. What is Andromeda doing right now? We don't know. We genuinely, physically cannot know. Because right now for Andromeda is a message that hasn't arrived yet. We are watching a recording, a 2.5 million year old broadcast, and Andromeda is our neighbor. When we point our telescopes at galaxies billions of light years away, we are not observing the present-day universe. We are performing cosmic archaeology. We are brushing dust off fossils. The universe we think we see is a version of the universe that no longer exists. But here is where it gets truly strange. There is a concept in cosmology called the observable universe. It's a sphere, roughly 93 billion light-years in diameter, centered on Earth. It represents the region of space from which light has had enough time, in the 13.8 billion years since the Big Bang, to reach us. Beyond that boundary, there is more universe, possibly infinite more. But we cannot see it, not because there's nothing there, but because the light from those regions simply hasn't had time to reach us yet. Now, think about what that means. The edge of our observable universe, the cosmic microwave background radiation, the oldest light we can detect, that light is a snapshot of the universe when it was only 380,000 years old. It is the universe's baby photo. But here is the thing about baby photos. The baby has grown up. The baby has changed. The baby might have, well, the regions of space we are looking at near the edge of our observable bubble. Those regions are now, in real-time present-tense reality, roughly 46 billion light-years away from us due to the expansion of space. The light we see from them is ancient. What those regions look like now, what structures formed there, what stars burned and died, what happened to the matter in those far corners of reality. We have absolutely no idea, and we never will. Not with any technology, not ever. Because the universe is expanding, and in many regions expanding faster than light can travel across it, which means there are parts of the universe we are permanently, irreversibly cut off from. Information from those places will never reach us. Not in 1 trillion years, not in any years. We are, in a very literal sense, isolated inside a cosmic information bubble. And inside that bubble, we are watching a show that has already ended. Now, I want to take you somewhere darker. In quantum field theory, there is a concept called the false vacuum. I want to explain it carefully because it is one of the most terrifying ideas in all of physics, and it is not nearly well known enough. The universe we live in exists in a particular energy state. Think of it like a ball resting in a valley. The ball is at rest, the valley is stable, everything seems fine. But what if that valley isn't the lowest possible valley? What if the ball is actually sitting in a small indentation on the side of a much deeper valley, one it simply hasn't fallen into yet? This is the false vacuum hypothesis. The idea that our universe's current quantum state is metastable, stable enough to persist, but not the true ground state. There is a lower energy configuration possible, and at any moment, without warning, without cause, triggered by a random quantum fluctuation, a bubble of true vacuum could nucleate. That bubble would expand outward at the speed of light. Inside the bubble, the laws of physics would be different. Atoms could not exist. Chemistry would be impossible. Life, matter, structure, all of it would cease to have meaning in any form we could conceive of. And here is the part that I need you to truly absorb. You would never see it coming. The bubble expands at the speed of light. Light itself cannot outrun it. There is no signal, no warning, no precursor. One moment you exist, then you don't. Not in any painful way, not in any dramatic way. The concept of you simply becomes physically impossible. The bubble could have already nucleated somewhere in the universe. Right now, billions of light years away, a sphere of altered physics could be expanding outward in all directions, consuming galaxy after galaxy, erasing the laws that allow stars and planets and people to exist. And we would not know. The information cannot reach us before the bubble itself does. We would exist and think and breathe and watch videos on the internet, right up until the last possible moment. And then nothing. Silently. Instantly. Some physicists believe the universe has almost certainly already experienced false vacuum decay somewhere. It's just that the bubble hasn't reached us yet. We live in the trailing edge of a universe that may already be dismantling itself, working inward from the outside. And all we see are the old transmissions from the regions that still existed when they sent their light toward us. Let's step back from the most extreme scenario and think about something subtler, something that doesn't require false vacuum decay or quantum catastrophe, something that is already quietly happening right now, according to standard cosmology. The universe is expanding, and the expansion is accelerating. This means that distant galaxies are moving away from us, not through space, but as space itself stretches between us and them. And because the expansion is accelerating, there is a boundary, called the cosmological event horizon, beyond which galaxies are receding from us faster than light can cross the growing gap. Right now, there are galaxies we can currently see that we will never be able to see again in the future. The light they are emitting today will never reach us. It's already too late. The universe is expanding too fast. That light is running toward us, but the distance is growing faster than it can cover. Over trillions of years, the night sky will go dark. Not because the stars burned out, they will have, but that's a separate thing. But because the galaxies will have crossed beyond our event horizon. They will become unreachable, unseeable, gone, in every meaningful sense from our universe. But here is the exquisite horror of this. from the perspective of beings in those distant galaxies, if any exist, the same is true of us. We are already beyond their event horizon. We have already, from their frame of reference, passed the point where any signal from us can ever reach them. We are already gone to them. We just don't know it yet. Because the light from a time when we were still reachable is still arriving at their telescopes. They might be watching, right now, ancient images of the Milky Way, studying our galaxy in loving detail, not realizing that the galaxy they're observing no longer exists within their communicable universe. And when that last photon of ours finally reaches them, there will be nothing after it. A hard cut. An end of transmission. We will simply stop from their view. Are we already someone else's final transmission? This brings us to perhaps the most philosophically vertiginous piece of all of this. In physics, the concept of now, of a shared, simultaneous present moment across the universe, does not exist. Einstein showed us this. Special relativity tells us that simultaneity is relative. Two events that are simultaneous for one observer are not simultaneous for another observer moving at a different velocity. There is no universal clock. There is no shared now that spans the cosmos. Which means the question, what is the universe doing right now, is not just unanswerable, it is physically meaningless. There is no right now at cosmic scale. There is only light, only signals, only the information that has managed to cross the void and reach your eye, your detector, your mind. Everything else, the actual present tense real-time state of the universe, is beyond the reach of any conceivable measurement. We built our intuitions about reality in a world where information travels fast enough that the delay doesn't matter. You see your friend across the room. The light from them reaches you in nanoseconds. You feel, correctly for all practical purposes, that you are seeing them as they are. But scale that up. Look at a star 1,000 light years away. You are seeing it as it was in the year 1025, before the Magna Carta, before the printing press, before the Renaissance. That star could have exploded 800 years ago, and we wouldn't know for another 200 years. Scale it up more. Look at a quasar 10 billion light years away. You are watching the adolescent universe, an entirely different era of cosmic history. The quasar you see probably died billions of years ago. Now, pull back to the full picture. Every point of light in the sky is a different moment in the past. Your field of view is not a snapshot. It's a three-dimensional archaeological site, layered in time, where closer objects are more recent and more distant objects are older, all of it arriving simultaneously at your retina to be assembled by your brain into the illusion of a single, coherent, present tense reality. The night sky is a lie your brain tells you for convenience. The universe you see does not exist. I want to sit here for a moment rather than rushing to conclusions, because I think this deserves more than a diagram and a neat summary. If every observation we make of the cosmos is an observation of the past, if the present tense universe is forever beyond our reach, if the information we use to construct our picture of reality is always, necessarily, a message from a moment that has already ended, what are we exactly? We are creatures who live in the present but can only observe the past. We build our understanding of the cosmos from fossils and echoes. We make predictions about a universe we cannot directly see, using models inferred from light that is years, millennia, billions of years old. And we are remarkably good at it. The models work, the predictions hold. We have landed spacecraft on comets, detected gravitational waves from black hole mergers a billion light years away, photographed the shadow of a black hole in a galaxy 55 million light years distant. But all of it, every single triumph of human observation, is archaeology. We have never once observed the universe as it is. And here's the strange comfort buried inside that strangeness. Neither has anyone else. If there are other civilizations out there, and the mathematics suggests there almost certainly are, or were, they face the same horizon. They are also trapped inside their own light cone. They also see only the past. They also construct models and make predictions and wonder what lies beyond the boundary of what they can observe. Every conscious observer in the universe, everywhere, is looking at a past version of reality and reasoning their way toward the present. We are all, in this sense, doing the same thing. Trying to infer the real universe from its echoes. Trying to understand the song from the reverb left behind after the music has stopped. There is something deeply, quietly moving about that. Let me leave you with one final image. In the far future, trillions of years from now, the last stars will burn out. The last black holes will evaporate. The universe will cool to near absolute zero. Space will be vast and empty and dark. But for a brief window, by cosmological standards, there will be light. There will be signals. There will be information crossing the void. And if something exists to observe that light, some unimaginable future entity sitting in the dark, they will look out and see us. Or rather, they will see our light, the ancient photons of our sun, our civilization, our brief, brilliant moment, still traveling outward through the expanding dark. They will see us not as we are or were, but as we were when the light left us, young, alive, still figuring things out. And long after we are gone, long after our star has cooled and our planet is dust, there will still be light from this moment, crossing the universe, carrying the faint imprint of everything we ever were. We will be someone else's past, someone else's ancient signal, someone else's message from a civilization they can never reach, in a time they can never return to, from a world that no longer exists. Maybe that's the universe's nature, not a place, not a moment, but a message, forever in transit, forever on its way, and we are part of it. If this video made you feel something, a little smaller, a little more aware of the strange miracle of existing at all, then it did what it was meant to do. We live in an age where the answers to the oldest questions are finally coming into view. And there are so many more questions like this one. Questions that don't get asked enough. Questions that sit at the edge of what we know and stare out into the dark. If you want to explore more of them with me, subscribe. Every video on this channel is built the same way this one was, with care, with depth, and with the genuine belief that the universe is stranger and more beautiful than most people realize. There's no filler here, no recycled facts you've heard 100 times, just ideas worth sitting with. So, if that's what you're looking for, you're in the right place.